I'll read another question. And this one's from Claire from Redcar. Does Father have any friends?
Well, I hope you two are my friends.
No.
Well, then I haven't them.
No. That's a quick one then, wasn't it?
That was very good.
There's a bit of
I'm
interest
open
in
to offers,
Father's jobs outside drumming. We know that you haven't always been a full-time drummer, and that you've, for instance, when you left school, you were a hairdresser for a while.
Yeah, nearly 3 years. Well, a week short of 3 years.
You see, if Gavin and I had hair, we'd be taking you up on that now.
Do you know, funny enough, a few years, quite a long time ago, because I used to do shaving with cutthroat razors and everything, I thought about opening up a proper gentleman's barber shop. In the days of, them trendy lads, what were they called? Yuppies. And I think it would have gone well.
Yes.
It wouldn't go well now, but I think it would at that time.
It would go well.
There's a good story though. There's a story about when you just started hairdressing. You were sharpening on the leather strop, weren't you?
Cut through it.
Cut straight through the leather strop. When the days when you sharpened your razor on the leather strop.
Did you take a mole off?
Did you ever damage anyone?
Yeah.
You did. You see, this is good now.
It was the days just prior to being pro. And we used to do all these gigs, and I could never understand because I only used to earn about £4.50 a week, and I'd go out and do a gig
on the hair or on the drums.
On the drums, I'd go out and I'd earn a £5 that night.
Yeah,
but it was the times where musicians is not a proper job and all that. So anyway, I was out. I'd gone out the night before and done a gig. Got back really late, and this was on the Friday night, and Saturday morning was. Bridegroom's half hour, because we used to open up at 8:30, but for Saturdays 8 o'clock, just for guys who were getting married that day.
Wow.
And it was the days of the blow dry, the shampoo, all the lot. So this guy he booked in.
And he was getting wed.
He was getting wed at something stupid like half 10, 11 in the morning.
Something
and
stupid.
I'm shaving him at about 8:15. But with a banging head, and I was knackered. And he had that many cuts on his face. Because I was...
Did you have his white suit on?
No.
Did he Sweeney Todd?
So you cut him to ribbons and sent him on his way.
I shampooed his hair and put the towel over and then just bring the chair back a bit, lather him up, massage it in the face, and I was doing great. Hone up the old hollow ground cutthroat, yes. Pull down tight, here we go. Oh, sorry. Bit of paper under it. Oh, sorry. And I think it was about £2 the lot. And I had to pay it myself out of wages.
Like the day
because I couldn't charge you, My governor Fred went absolute airless. That was the days when my nickname was Horace, which I've never worked out how anybody can get. Trevor John King. How did you get Horace? But anyway, that was.
It was Trevor John King.
Have you know the question?
Yeah, I do actually. I was thinking it's about your various things that you've done over the years, like your jobs and your and when you worked your various creative periods. It was your book that I thought I'd mention. You wrote that book entitled "Was Hitler All Bad?" Now, what about that book of yours? How well did that actually do?
It didn't. I've still got thousands of bloody copies.
Yeah.
In fact, they're holding tabletops up and beds and things. I just thought I'd try and put a different perspective on it,
Yeah, and it didn't really work.
A bit like that discussion we had on Radio 4 the other night. Who was it? Laurie Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very highbrow, wasn't it?
Nobody understood any of it.
Well, I couldn't know. I mean, I understood the names, and that was it. An odd word I understood.
Well, you thought that Laurie Taylor was actually named after a large truck, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Yeah,
you see,
I thought it was like a Foden.
No, it's not. It's Laurie. It's short for Lawrence.
Oh, right.
There we are, for instance. I've got another question anyway. Here's this one for Gavin. This is Nick from Leeds says, is it true that all Gav's gear is from eBay? Your gear on... Well, mind you, it might be all your gear.
Well,
maybe that hat, for instance. Tell us about it.
No, that was the market. Most of the gear,
that you use?
I would say, well, 95%. I would say
95%.
it's all
Nice.
eBay. Yeah.
It's all recycled.
See,
You love the bay, don't you? You spend a
Well,
long
I know.
time on the bay, perusing
bored.
and basically getting your equipment. And this is the final question, actually. This is just from Martin. It says, if Father could be any figure from history, who would he be?
Oh, good question.
Hmm?
Good question.
What the guy hasn't actually thought about there is that you're a figure from history, because now that
Well,
you're
basically,
actually over 900 years old, that you
I
actually
like to
feature
be?
in history.
It's Charlie Caroli, isn't it? That you that's who you'd want to be.
Do you know?
Who would you be? Don't think too long here.
No, I can't.
That's all right. I can edit it out.
It is a really, really hard question.
Would you want to be Buddy Rich, and then you could play drums
No,
like
because
a
nobody
fiend?
likes him. A great, phenomenal drummer, but nobody likes him. I don't want to be hated much.
Do you think that was libelous? Will we get? You know,
From
will we
the
get
estate.
sued? Will we get sued by Buddy Rich's estate for saying you should?
It'd be
Well,
good.
no.
It'd be good if we could.
Yeah.
Would have to
could
prove
say-
me wrong, wouldn't they?
Come and get it.
Well,
all.
they-
Come and take it all.
Yeah. Don't take you that much time, Fath. Come on now.
I think if it would be an adventurer, actually. Yeah, an adventurer. Something like Captain Cook, or I was going to say Scott of the Antarctic,
yeah,
but no.
you say Captain Cook, but that's because you always thought that Captain Cook was so called because he was very good in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah, then I've
Captain Ship's Cook.
Yeah. Captain Cook wasn't a
It was from
culinary
Whitby, wasn't it?
adventurer.
It was from
Was it Whitby? Somewhere around there, wasn't it? Cause
it was Middlesbrough originally. I
Oh,
think.
was it really?
Cool, hey,
Up there.
don't
Blimey.
contest the gav.
It was up there somewhere.
Mind you, Whitby is Middlesbrough by the sea, I suppose, isn't it? If you work your way... Yeah, all right, let's not get into it. What is it, Fath? Spit it out, come on now.
Well, nobody knows whether he really existed.
We don't care anymore, we're just so...
Arthur.
Arthur Askey. I'm pretty sure he did...
Hello, playmates.
He did
With his little
exist.
bee outfit on.
Yeah, because I remember seeing him on the TV.
Yeah.
I remember him on Blue Peter. I remember him coming on in a little racing car.
He did that.
I've got to say, I was
He
a
did the
pretty
bee.
mediocre sort of, out of all the people that there were to wish to be Arthur Askey.
No, King
you
Arthur,
said-
Camelot,
Oh,
Avalon, Merlin,
that one.
Guinevere.
Right. Sorry, I mistook you.
I did say prior to saying it, I said he's a mythological character. I believe in him. Not a lot of people do, but I just hope. I think what he stood
Have
for
you
was
not
great.
confused him with Father Christmas?
Yeah, you believe in Santa, don't you? So,
What do you mean believe in him? Well, he's real.
oh, there
Yeah,
go.
you see.
See?